It is a Wisconsin winter, so it's only fair that a cold front is coming through. But there's no snow cover on the ground to protect our forage crops, such as alfalfa. Extension crops and soils specialist Becky Brathal says there are some implications.
Yeah, having snow cover definitely helps with especially our alfalfa stands on continuing those in the winter. You can benefit that by making sure that you manage your alfalfa stands going into fall. So you want to make sure you have 30 days of growth before that killing frost in the fall, and that will actually keep your alfalfa fields healthier and more resilient going into the winter. So it's kind of thinking about management into the fall, late summer into fall, to make sure that if we don't get snow, then you can build some resilience into your system.
How does manure spreading fit into winter forage management?
Well, so you should always make sure that you are checking whether you can spread or not. So DNR has a website to look at risk or not for spreading. So make sure you check that out before you do any of that. It could help, but it's on frozen ground, and so there's not a lot of place to go for it unless the ground thaws out. And we don't really want too much thawing to happen this time of year, and we want to make sure we have a frost because we had a lot of bug issues this last summer, and part of that is due to the lack of frost we've had the last couple of years. Alfalfa weevil was quite prevalent this year, and that was attributed to we didn't have a frost that was killing off some of those insects. So we want to make sure there's a frost out there. Not that we can actually affect that, but it's something to keep in mind in thinking about spreading times and our management going forward.
So we welcome the cold to make sure that we can avoid pest problems during the growing season, but we haven't gotten much precipitation yet this winter. So is a dry winter going to be a concern?
We have, in partnership with Citizen Science and other agencies, we have a website that shows you kind of the precipitation that's been happening. It's COCORAHS mapping system, and that can give you moisture updates and then also kind of precipitation that's been happening. And so having a little bit of moisture in the ground is definitely helpful on holding that moisture in, so in the springtime there's some moisture for those hay fields to keep growing. So being dry is not a good thing for our climate. We like to have some moisture, so keeping an eye on that going forward helps you make some management decisions throughout the year.
And if you do utilize COCORAHS to see precipitation levels and other weather notes, you can also contribute by signing up to be a weather reporter.
Absolutely. And so these are great places for people great time to think about signing up for those things.
Becky Brathal along with us. She's a regional crops and soils educator for Pierce, St. Croix, and Barron counties with the Division of Extension. For the Midwest Farm Report, I'm Stephanie Hoff.